I will record classes for the future needs, right? So, and then how was your vacation, right? I think the 1-2 sessions, both of you, I think, didn't participated to Dhamma, but that's fine. So really appreciate today participation, both of you. And then I'm going to explain today the lesson about special sutta, right? Do you know sutta mean? What's the meaning of sutta? Sutta, that's the Pali word, right? That means discourse, right? Discourse. You got it?
Is a discourse in like a speech?
Yeah, like a speech.
Okay.
There are two types of in those speeches included poems and also prose, right? So that's a different, right? So it's like actually speech, yeah, was given to some special persons, right? The Buddha was explained some factors to the some people, right? So that is how created all the conversations. That particular conversation is we are calling discourse, right? In Pali word is sutta, right? So today I want to explain about Vyagghapajja sutta, right? So can you pronounce that Pali word Vyagghapajja? Vyagghapajja.
Vyagghapajja.
Vyagghapajja. That's great. So the Vyagga mean tiger, right? The Pajja mean step, right? Tiger's step, right? So this sutta was preached. The Buddha was dwelling at the village called Khuddaka, right? That's very ancient name, right? It is not convenient to memorize, right? To keep in our mind, right? That's not easy to keep in mind. So, but anyway, try to say that Khuddaka. Khuddaka, right? So the Buddha was staying at Khuddaka. That village was living one of the prince called Dighajanu, right? Can you say that? Dighajanu.
Dighajanu.
Okay. Digha mean long. Janu mean knees. Someone who has long knees at that time they called as a Dighajanu, right? So that is actually looks like family name, right? This looks like family name. So we are getting our family name from the parents, right? So that is how created that name by using of their outside traits, right? So that particular person has long knees, right? Can you understand that? Okay. And then that person which I have mentioned name Dighajanu, came to meet Buddha, and then having bowed down to the Buddha, having paid his heartfelt respect to the Buddha, and then ask a very simple question, right? So what was the question is, the Lord Buddha, we are using a lot of things such as scents and creams and wearing garlands and handling gold and silver, right? Such things we are using in our lay life, right? The question is, the important part of this question, may the blessed one mean Buddha, can you teach us Dhamma for this life, right? That was the special question asked from the Buddha, right? The Buddha, please let us know some special advices for us to to gain successful life, to achieve some other special goals, right? To live with happily. Please preach a special doctrine for us, right? For our happiness in our lay life, right? So that was the that person question, right? You can write down if you want some special notes, right? There's the sutta name, right? The discourses name, and then some other informations you can write down as a notes, right? For the future needs, right? Anyway, I want to tell one of the Pali stanza that I have illustrated from that particular sutta. It's going to be like this. Chattaro me Vyagghapajja Dhamma Kulaputtassa Ditta Dhamma Hitaya Sangvattanti Ditta Dhamma Sukaya Katame Chattaro Uttana Sampada Arakka Sampada Kalyana Mittata Samajivi Kata. Right? I know clearly both of you, you are not able to understand what I'm saying, but I'm familiar with Pali language, and then I can grasp all the meaning of all the words, but you are not, right? It is very sweet to hear Pali language for me, right? So I want to inspire both of you to understand, to learn on this language, right? So the chattaro mean four, right? Chattaro me Vyagghapajja. Vyagghapajja mean I have already told that, right? What's the meaning of Vyagghapajja? Vyagga mean tiger, Pajja mean steps, right? So that particular person called in this time Buddha as a Vyagghapajja, right? That's why that Dighajanu came from that particular area, right? So, and then the Buddha called him as a Vyagghapajja, Chattarami Vyagghapajja Dhamma, Kulaputtassa Ditta Dhamma Hitaya. Ditta Dhamma Hitaya meaning in this life, right? In this life, we have to practice 4 types of regulations to gain successful in this life, right? What are them? What are them? What are the 4 types of doctrinal aspects that we have to practice in this life to gain happiness and to gain welfare, right? To gain calmness, right? To gain a lot of things, right? there are 4 types of things that we have to practice for our successful life in this life, right? The first one is Utthana Sampada. Do you know what is the meaning of Utthana? Varsha, do you have any idea about Utthana Sampad? Utthana, that word? Have you ever heard that word?
No, Hamdani.
You know?
No.
You do not know. That's good word to keep in mind, right? I know, extremely I know, you have idea about effort, right?
Yeah. Yes, Hamdani.
So you are always saying that, you usually saying that, try to do that, try to do that, right? Try again, right? That's normal usage in our life, right? That's the same thing the Buddha said, Utthana, right? Utthana mean effort, right? That means application of effort, right? Utthana. That's nice word, right? The accomplishment of determined effort, right? Application of effort, right? Utthana Sampada. That's the first thing that we have to practice to gain, practice to cultivate our inner peace, cultivate our inner happiness, and to cultivate inner successfulness, right? Everybody want to gain successful life, right? That's why we are studying, right? And then after the studying, the most of them are usually doing jobs, right, in their life, right? So whatever we are doing, we have to good prepare, right? We have to good prepared uh, to gain good result, right? Without practicing or without preparing uh, successfully, that's not the way that we have. That's not the way uh, to achieve our goals successfully, right? So, and then the first step, we have to practice Utthana Sampada. That means accomplishment of determined effort, right? Application of effort. We have to try to uh, there are a lot of things to achieve our goals, right? That's what the Buddha inspired us, right? You have to learn new things, you have to follow a good path, right? You have to absorb moral things, right? You have to speak good words, you have to think good intentions, good ideas, right? You have to help others, right? And some other things. Can you give for the application of determined efforts like examples? Can you give one? Can you give me some ideas? I know you have the variety of ideas, right?
What do you mean, Hamdani, by the application of the term, like the determination? What do you mean by that, Hamdani?
Yeah. So meaning is, so that's the opposite word of laziness, right? You know, the Buddha said, when we are doing something, we have to face obstacles, right? We have to face barriers, right? We have to overcome all the barriers, right? There are 5 types of barriers. What are them? 5 hindrances, right? You know, kama chanda, right? Sensual pleasures, right? Like example, when we are starting to read a book, right? Our eyes or ears or sometimes like to hear some special nice songs, right? That is what our eyes, ears are going out, right? It is giving it is a burdening, right? Burdening us to read, right? So there's one thing, but at the point we have to try to keep it our mind, and we have to focus the what we are doing, right? To gain successful results, right? We are, like example, we are reading books to gain good knowledge, right? So if we are at the moment of getting books to read, if we are moving our eyes so ears, like I'm giving example, right? So our eyes so ears are going beyond that. That's not the way to get knowledge with reading of books, right? That's why we have to understand that obstacle, and then we have to overcome like those sensual pleasure obstacles, and then we have to overcome like those barriers, right? That is what the Buddha said. We have to practice effortness. We have to try to do something new, right? Got it? Okay, that's great. So Tarusha,
Yes, Hamdana.
do you have ideas? So did you get understand what I am saying, what I am explaining in this
Yes.
session?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, thank you. Great. So, and then that's the very simple explanation about Utthana Sampada. Okay. And then the second one is the accomplishment of watchfulness, or the accomplishment of protection, right? The second thing that we have to practice in our life, right? In Pali, the Buddha mentioned in that sutta, that Vyagghapajja sutta, Arakka Sampada. Right? Can you say that? Arakka Sampada.
Araka Sampada.
Okay.
Araka Sampada.
Arakka mean protection, right? No, we are saying normally Arakshaka Pirit, right? You know, Pirit mean chantings, right? So Arakka mean protection. Right? We have to protect our properties, right? That we have accumulated with using of our full effort, right? At our childhood, we are trying to learn, and then after finishing college or university, we are all getting ready to new jobs, right? And then while we are doing jobs, we are trying to collect money, right? And then some other things, right? So in Buddhist way, we have to protect our moral and outside properties, right? And also we have to give our full awareness for our moral, spiritual, good habituals, right? We have to protect all the things, right? In and out things, right? So that's what we have to protect our things that we are accumulating with using of our full effort, right? So that is the simple meaning of Arakka Sampada, right? You know, there are a lot of thieves, right? And some other reasons we can explain why they are going to destroy, right? Like normal disasters, right? It would be caused to destroy our properties, right? So that's what we have to accumulate righteous way, right? All the things, right? We have to manage all the things, right? We have to manage our money, or we have to manage our time, right? We have to manage our strength, right? So we have to manage our energy, right? So there's all the things we have to protect by ourselves, right? That is what the Buddha wanted to explain in this, by using of these words. Arakka Sampada means protecting the things in our life, right? That would be help to, yeah. Parsha, go ahead.
What was the first word?
First word I have said, Uttanasana.
Effort, right?
Yeah, effort.
Okay, thank you.
And the second one is Arakka Sampada. Protection,
Yes.
right? Effort, protection, right? So, do you have any experience about if you are trying to protect your moral, right? The inside good things you are trying, like example, you are trying to protect your inner peace, but something happening in outside cause to destroy inner happiness. Do you have any experience? You can explain briefly. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that sometimes when maybe like you have different problems from school or maybe in your family or something, then it kind of makes, I don't know, makes your inner happiness not as, it doesn't make you as happy as you normally would be. So then kind of destroys your inner happiness, you could say. So then you feel like a bit vulnerable maybe.
Yeah. So how do you find the resolutions for the problems?
Then, well, I think you'd have to figure out what your problems are first, organize your problems. If you're having problems like school, for example, and you're having a test and you're very worried about, that you didn't study for it and the test is like tomorrow, then it would be best if you organize all the things and all your notes, then make sure you look over it and repeat it so that you can make sure that you're going to be happy because you are proud of yourself, that you know that you studied and that you feel fully prepared, instead of going to sleep feeling like you are going to fail the test because you know you didn't study.
That's great. That's a point you have to use with learning of these things, right?
Yes.
That's the way. Yeah, I know clearly that most of them are not following like those way, right? Because they are trying to enjoy their life, right? But it's not time for the enjoy, right? If we are learning these things, we are completely motivating our uh, inside mindset, right? We are trying to motivate our mindset, right? To keep learning, keep studying new things, right? Keep finding the lot of new ways to achieve our goals, right? That's what the good word for us, right? I have listened one of this song, I am unstoppable, right? Do you know? Did you hear that song? I know both of you know that song, right? I'm really keen on listening that song, right? I am unstoppable, right? So that's we can use for that, right? So we have to try to do something, right? That is what the Buddha wanted to explain, that first step Utthana Sampada, right? Sampada mean that is the like property, right? It looks like property. That is our wealth, right? The effort is our wealth, right? Someone who has effort, but if he or she has not any money, at least one coin, right? But they have good effort, right? They have dream, right? So that's the valuable of life, right? So that is what, how important of using and applying this Utthana Sampada to accumulate good things, right, to our life. And then we have to protect all the things that we have gained from doing the applying effortness, right? The Arakka Sampada. We have to protect our inside and outside things, right? The inside peaceness, the peace, and also calmness, also happiness. We have to protect all the things, but sometimes we have to face a lot of obstacles, right? Sometimes we have to talk with bad friends or bad peoples, right? So all the times we have to keep in our mind with mindfully, right? With using of good thoughts, we have to protect our inner peace all the way, right? That is the importance of practicing Arakka Sampada, watchfulness, so we can use other word, protection, right? The third one is we have discussed the past sessions, associating with good friends, right? Kalyana mittata. Kalyana mittata. Kalyana mean good, right? Or moral, right? Virtues, right? And mitta mean friends, right? Kalyana mittata. Good friendship, right? So we have to affiliating with good ones. Except affiliating with good ones, our life would be going wrong way, right? That's not good thing, right? So like example, sometimes we have to face problems, and then we are going to get good answers from our friends. They are suggesting a lot of answers. They are giving a lot of suggestions to that particular problem which we have faced, right? And then we have to know if they are giving good answers or bad answers, right? If they have given good answers, our problem would be resolved. But otherwise, if they are giving bad answers, our problem will be extremely increased, right? That's why we have to choose good ones to our life to affiliate with them, right? So that's good thing. I have friends who was met at the preschool, right? I have two friends, right? I'm talking usually we are discussing something, right? Some friends I have met when I was studying in school time, right? Some friends I have met when I was studying in university, right? So, but all the friends are mostly good, right? They have good habitants, right? They have good behaviors, right? That's why I'm normally affiliating with them, right? That's what we have to keep in mind. We have to choose good friends. That's not measure from their quantity, right? I have a lot of friends. If I have a lot of friends, but most of them are not good, right? But that's not the good thing. But I have 10 friends, all of them are good, right? That's good. We have to measure, we have to quantify, we have to measure them as mentioning of their quality, right? Not quantity, right? The quality and quantity, right? The quality is the good thing, right? We have to give our awareness for the we have to give our awareness with considering their ideas, right? We have to think how others giving opinions, giving moral obligations, how others giving good advices for us, how others are giving energies for us, right? Budwin, did you finish your class?
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye, not bye. So we are, I want to, I'm going to play the last song, right? Last gathas.
Oh, I already played the gatha for them.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I have a copy of
Okay,
it.
thank you so much.
It's okay.
Did you download one?
Yeah, I got
From
it
the
from my
YouTube?
tati.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how to download YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
You can use Y2Mate site. Y and 2 mate, right? Y2mate.com.
Yeah, I think I just got mine from my tati though, but yeah.
Okay. So if you want to download any YouTube videos, you can use that site. It is very easy.
Okay,
Yes, I'm using. Yeah. Y2Mate.
I'll remember that. Okay, thank you, Sadhu.
Okay, that's it. So, Buddhin Nirasha, you have finished your classes, right? So, what did you learn today?
I learned that every single story Seth says there's one person who's bad and one person who's good.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, all the stories were kind of like that. That's kind of weird. And it says tails.
Yeah. What's the difference of the some kind of movies that you have watching TV, right? That's a bit different, right? What's it? That's a bit different, right? You are learning a lot of things with hearing, with studying some types of stories, right? Have you ever read about the book called Aesop books? Aesop. That's nice tale stories, right? Giving a lot of good things, right? So I want to know, can you practice gathas at your home? Okay, thank you so much. If you have any problems with pronouncing some words, right?
Kind of.
You can ask Amma or Tata. Okay? Right. එහෙනම් බුස්සරණය දෙන්නටම.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
Goodbye. See you
next
after 3 weeks. See you can cover your line.
We have discussed some other, the last fact, right? Balanced livelihood. Samma Ajiva. Samajivikata. Samajivikata. Balance of life. Balance of life. Tarusha, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. 108. What is it called in the Pali language again?
Sorry?
What is the fourth word in the Pali language again?
Samajivikata.
Okay.
Samajivikata, right? Balancing of life, right? We have to balance our life, all the things, right? Like, time management, right? And also the other thing is resource management, right? We have to spend money, we have to spend our time, we have to spend our energy, right? But the thing is, we have to give all of them with giving our full awareness, right? Like example, I have $100, right? But I'm going to buy like t-shirts, right? The one t-shirt is 200, right? And then the like example, right? Like example, the one is $50, right? So the what types of shirts that should I buy at that time, right? We have to buy the cheapest one, right? So that is what we have to spend money, how much if we have, right? That's the thing, the money manage, right? Money management. We have to spend money, how much if we can bearable, right? That's the word. So we have to spend all the things, not only money, but also time, right? We do not have to wasting our time with talking useless words, right? The talking of some other gossips, right? We can use all the way the time or some other things to get more useful things, right? We have to use our all energy to get we can invest our time, right? We can invest our energy, right, for the good things, right? That is what the Buddha mentioned in Samajivikata. We are not try to misuse our time or money or energy like wrong way, right? We have to use all of them with good way, right? and then after using of like those things with righteously, that is what we can gain good results, right? That's maintaining of our resources, right? That is what we are calling resource management, right? In this section, Samajjivikata, the Buddha wanted to explain how to manage our resources, right? So we have discussed 4 factors. The first one is Uttana Sampada. The second one is what's that? Arakka Sampada. The third one is what's that?
Kalyana Kalyana
Mittata. Okay, Kalyana Mitta. That's good. Samajjivikata, right? Samajjivikata. All 4 things, very important concepts, as Buddha mentioned in this Vyagghapajja Sutta, right? We can practice all 4 things to increase our successful, to achieve our goals rapidly, right? To achieve our goals rapidly, we can use all those 4 types of strategies to live with happily, right? That is what 4 things the Buddha teach to who? Dighajanu, right? Dighajanu. That is the person who wanted to ask what are the good habitual rules that you can explain for us to increase our lay life, right? To increase our successful in lay life, right? The Buddha was taught them like those 4 things, right? And then right now, both of you actually have learned those 4 things, right? I'm really happy to teach these 4 concepts for you. And then next day we can learn some other things, right? In this particular sutta. How was today's lesson actually? Do you have anything to discuss? Right. We can discuss right now if you want to know the factors that you have to understand more, right? You can use internet Google, right, to learn some other things. And then I'm going to finish today Dhamma class, right? I'm really happy to listening these types of discourses in your child life, right? In your child life. So you are really lucky to learn these types of Pali words actually, right? Some students are living in Sri Lanka, right? They are not considering to listen these types of doctrinal discourses in their child life, right? But you are having with good knowledge, right? That's what I wanted to explain these types of discourses for your knowledge, right? You can listen and you have to memorize these types of moral aspects to your life, right? And then if you are not able to keep in mind these types of words, you can write sheets and then hang on the walls, right? I can see the Varsha's notes in walls, right? So that is how I use that method while I'm learning, right? Even right now, right? So that's very easy way, right? Using boards or like sticking on the walls, right? That's good thing to keep in mind, right? thank you so much listening my lesson today. I will hope to meet next session, right? To learn another things. And then I just want to play the Dhampasal Gita. Not Chatta Manavaka Gatha.
Yo vadetam pavero manu jesu sakye muni bag vakate kitcho paragato balaviriya samangi tan suge tan sare nattemu pemi raga viraga mane jama sokang dhamma masankat mappati kolam madurami mang pagunan suvibattan dhammami mang sar nattemu pemi yatte dinne mahappal mahu chato su jesu purisayo kesu hatte pungala dhamm dasate sangami mangsar nattemu pemi.
Okay, have a good week next week.
Thank you, Hamdulillah.
Vasanai Hamdurne.
Ussaranai dennata.
Vasanai.
Thank you.